Welcome back, fillies and genitals, to a Brony Plays Minecraft. This is Feed the Beast. Now, there's a lot of other Feed the Beast stuff going out there, but I said I was going to try this, and I'm going to try this for two reasons. One, Thaumcraft. And two, well, you'll see in a little bit. But the first thing to do is to put down this leaf pile and find a site for a house, which will be right over here. So let's skip all the regular stuff. Ta-da! House. Wonderful, right? I thought so. We're going to put a couple windows in here maybe, as soon as I stop looking around on the ground for stuff. There we go. And we could start cutting down a few extra logs. Get some nice little, whatchamacallit's going down. The sun's going down, that's okay. Except for one thing. Put that charcoal in there. No, the one thing is that this is hardcore mode. So when I started the Tech Ski playthrough, I kind of intended it to be like hardcore, because if you die on a skyblock, you're pretty much dead if you don't have a bed yet. But I did die at one point, and I just let it go. It was funny, apparently. Which, yeah, it was. What do you mean, apparently? Yeah, it was funny. Actually, I died twice, I think, in Tech Ski. And I didn't let it go. I just kept going, and I was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, that's something. But anyways, this is actually going to be real hardcore mode. Assuming, that is, that I don't die straight up. Which, I'm going to be, I should be open with you guys. I have done that. This is actually the third hardcore attempt I've had so far. And the only reason I don't have the first two is because I died in like the first 2 minutes because I was an idiot. So, yeah. I decided, you know what, let's just film one where I don't die in the first 2 minutes. And if I die in the, if I die later on, that's one thing. If I die in the first 2 minutes because of something else is terrible. So anyways, that's that. I'm being attacked by a skeleton here, so we're going to go inside and wait out the night. There we go, safe. Let's wait out the night here. Away from that. Good morning, everyone. Every pony, sorry. I've forgotten to mention that I do have the My Little Pony mod working again. Now, it's not that much great. Not great unless it's in multiplayer or unless you happen to see the... There we go, see? You can see Litmus there. But it makes me feel better. There actually is also a... In fact, Feed the Beast has a whole brony-friendly thing. Uses the voxel pack stuff. But I decided to not use that, which also means that I'm not using the, Love and Tolerance mod pack. Not mod pack, texture pack. I'm not using the Love and Tolerance texture pack, partly because I tried it out at one point on a test world. And while it worked, it didn't have textures for everything. And it was a little, I'd say a little weird, but it mostly just didn't look different at all. So I'm just going to stick with the regular one, which has textures for seeds, unlike the other one. Now, back to this playthrough. We have a spooky cave. Let us investigate the spooky cave. It is a nice cave made of marble, and whenever I see caves like this, I always feel a little bit guilty. I don't know. I don't like mining caves like this. If I found a natural deposit of marble that wasn't super pretty like this one is, that might be different. But zombie! I do have to be careful because, like I said, this is hardcore mode. Nonetheless, I am going to go gung-ho and head forward and other courageous-sounding words and phrases. And, yeah. So, I'm going to start mining here in a moment. And I'm not going to make you guys watch just me mine. But if I find something interesting, I'll let you know. For example... Hey, look! A dungeon! My first dungeon. My first dungeon, kill the spawner, because I don't want to let it live because it's hardcore mode. Some tin, some iron, some other stuff that I can't see right now because I'm recording this on a... Oh, look, a thaumium thing. That's right. Mostly some metals and some thaumium. Back at the place. House? Yes. I've just finished putting away all the stuff, and it's time to decorate. We're going to start by putting some stairs in, because it's going to be obnoxious to jump up and down this hill. So this is a pretty good spot right here. We'll put some stairs in, and then we're going to use the leftover stairs as a decoration on the house. Now, I'm not as cool as Shin is, for example. because, yeah, I don't have the time to figure out Camera Studio, or whatever it's called. I think it's called Camera Studio. And I just don't have the time to figure that out, so you're going to have to watch me build stairs manually. Ah, snaps, but these are pretty nice stairs, and they actually look pretty good. Now down there, we've got a little bit of a room. I'm going to block that off for now, but we are going to come back to this. This room will be important later on. We're going to start building some stuff down there. I just had some stuff. That's where I'd got my first bit of stone from to start off with. But anyways, later on, that's going to be my basement, or the start of my basement. But I'm not ready to do that now. Instead, I'm going to use these these wooden steps. And I'm going to make put them upside down and make little crenellations. Now, I always do this usually with half slabs. And at first, I was going to go straight across, but I've decided to do it like this because A, it works, lasts better. B, I don't actually need to do the whole thing because what this is for spider proofing. Yeah, spider proofing is much more important if in hardcore mode. So I actually do need to make sure that my place is pretty well spider proofed so that no spiders can climb up my walls. So there we go, some lovely spider proofing. I'll just take out the extras so that it doesn't look too weird. And oh, better get that last one. Let's just nerd pull up there a little bit. There we go. Got that. And I have 3 left, so I will make sure to go ahead and put these on the corners, and they'll look really funky because I have 3 instead of 4. But, well, that's Minecraft for you. So let's put these up. I missed that one. I'll put it over here instead. And let's go to bed. Good morning, everypony. It's day 3 of our adventure. This is the Celestia seed, for those who were wondering. And I'm going to show off some of the things here. We've got this little bit of a cute little alcove here. There we go, some lighting bugs over there. And probably the most striking and prominent feature is that volcano in the distance, right over there. And also, some stuff down there. No, what I meant to say is, in addition to that volcano in the distance, there's this big, huge ravine here. Wow, look at this, surface ravine. Right here. It's pretty deep. Well, I mean, it's a ravine, of course it is, but we'll just hop on over it. It goes for a little ways. We're just going to keep exploring and looking around, and what we're really looking for is the reason that we turned around. We're actually going to look for some sheep. I think there's some sheep nearby. So we'll show off some more of this. Oh, a lava lake. That's pretty cool. I hadn't seen that the first time. Well, obviously I did, but, I mean, I'm going to point it out anyways. Yeah, look, a lava lake. Yeah, okay. If we ever need lava, we know where to go, and that won't be too hard to get to. On the other hand, with this ravine, with the little crossing right here, shouldn't be too hard to get us some lava either. I'll make sure to start exploring this ravine before we're done for the day. So we're going to run back to the house real quick, because you know what? I thought to myself, hey, we are going to find some sheep, because we need a bed. But if we're going to find some sheep, we need some tools for proper sheep finding, and so on. We're going to get us some more planks, because those are just good to have. We're going to get some more sticks. And then we're going to make sure we also build us some iron tools and build us a pair of shears. Good old vanilla shears. Shears were one of my favorite tools that got added, just because all of a sudden you could work with your sheep so much nicer. And I guess in theory you could also get leaves, but come on, who needs leaves for anything? They're leafy. That's all. Now, I tried to cut out most of these boring old crafting bits, but once in a while a couple got left in just because I was, it just happened. You got to see me make iron tools. You should feel pretty proud. You're pretty, privileged. That's the word I'm looking for. You should feel pretty privileged for being able to watch me make iron tools. It's very important, actually. And now we're probably going to cook up some food, or maybe not. We'll just wander around without cooking that food, because that was smart. I think I just wanted to show off stuff while I was recording, and without regard to the fact that I already cut out a lot of things. In fact, I recorded 2 sessions of this at once, and I'm gonna, there was a lot. There was well over an hour and a half of footage, and I'm editing it down quite sufficiently. Hour and a half? That's not quite right. Anyways, let's go find us some sheeps. So you saw that volcano. Over here there's like a new foresty type biome just over these trees. I'm bouncing around, and I know, I'm sorry about that, folks. Some people complain about that bouncing. Ooh, it's an obelisk, but there's also some sheep. So some people were saying that they like how I don't bounce, and here I am bouncing around like Pinkie Pie. I apologize, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta bounce up and down around hills. Come here, sheep. I need your wool. I need your wool. I feel like that's the beginning of a Lady Gaga song. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I need your wool. I need your wool for bed to sleep in tonight. Not on that volcano, which of course means that red power's in here, even though, whoa, hey, look, there's some lava. Let's go look at the lava and stop me from singing. I mean, singing is fine and all, but that was not very good singing. Unless you liked it. You didn't like that, did you? If you did, I'm sure you'll let me know. And if you didn't, I guess it depends on how many people see this. I need better titles. And more shares. I've had a couple people be all like, oh my gosh, you're so great. Why are you not having more hits? And I'm like, because I need shares. And also I need people to like watch all the way through. Which I don't think happens so much. I could be talking to no one right now. Gasp! If I'm talking to no one, then who's watching me? If no one's watching this, then no one will see what I'm about to do here. Dun, dun, dun! Back into the house. And let's go look at that ravine. Through the magic of editing, here we are. A little bit of music there, don't worry about that. So, we picked up some quartz. This stuff over here is called Zycorodite. And Zycorodite, not Sakuradite. I looked that up. I thought it was like, code yes, what? Nope. Up here is some copper. I don't know why it looks this color, but this is copper and some more Zycorodite. Now, Zycorodite comes in several colors. Not as many as whatchamacallit. Not as many as whatchamacallit. Yeah, that's well said, Limus. Not as many as wool, but it does come in several colors. So we're getting a lot of green here. And if we find any more, we'll be sure to pick it up. Now, what does Zycorodite do? Something like that. Here's some red Zycorodite. You can make the stuff, or Zycorium? I think it's Zycorium, like this. And there's some quartz, which seems to be pretty useless. I haven't seen a great use for it. Nonetheless, I'm going to pick it up because, hey, cool thing. So what does Zycorium do? Well, you turn it into Zycorodite ingots, or Zycorium ingots. I can never keep those straight. And then you can turn the ingots into blocks for storage. Or, as we'll see later, the ingots can be used for some strange and unusual things in and of themselves. Some sort of like platforms and such. Those are aluminum, and I'm actually not going to keep them. I'm going to get rid of them in a moment because I need to pick up this ruby. Red power! Rubies, diamonds, and emeralds, and sapphires, and diamonds are great substitutes for diamonds, which I just went over twice and 3 times now. Well done me. Here's some white Zycorodite, or they call it light Zycorodite. There's also dark blue. So we have red, green, white, or red, green, blue, light, and dark. Blah, I can talk. Red, green, blue, light, and dark. I don't think there's any others. I don't think there's a yellow. I don't think there's a cyan. But you can get cyan and these other colors by dyeing the Zycorium, because the Zycorium can do other things. And we're going to find more about that later. But for now, let's continue exploring this ravine. Now, I'm going to be running out of blocks soon, so let's plug this aluminum up. I don't really need this aluminum ore anyways. Aluminum, this particular aluminum, doesn't seem to be super useful. Most of the time, when you have 2 mods that have the same ore, they don't conflict, right? But this one, they do, as far, I think. I could be wrong. I could be off, and I kind of hope I am. But it seems like there are 2 types of aluminum, and the 2 types are different. It does not seem like they stack. So that white stuff there is the first type of aluminum. We're going to see examples of the second type, which is bauxite. And bauxite is an ore that's added by one of the more interesting mods here. One of the more scientific mods that will form the basis, as you'll see, of this series. But first, it's time to mine. And because mining is a little boring, let's go at super fast mining speed. And we're here at the bottom. Hope you enjoyed that. That was improv, just like literally improv right now. Here we are at the bottom. There's a ravine down here, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time down here because we've got a full inventory. So we're going to head back up. But don't worry, next time we will get a chance to explore the ravine a little bit. I should have some footage of that in the second video, I hope. But for now, shoo, regular speed. So, like I said, I hope you all enjoyed the little musical interlude that was ad-libbed right off the top. Feel free to remix it, please. Anyways, not that I'm, I'm not an attention whore, no, not at all. So, time to do things. Various and important and sundry things. Now, what things are we going to do? First, we're going to manage our inventory. Right? Put all of this stuff away. Lots of stuff to put away in this box, which we will have to upgrade. A double chest holds more than a single copper chest, but in the space that you can have one double chest, you can have two copper chests, which hold twice as many things. So, here's what we're doing. Bauxite. That red stuff you saw me picking up during the interlude was bauxite ore. And interestingly enough, the chemical formula is right underneath. Now, if you put it through this thing called a pulverizer, or if you put it through a macerator, or an industrial grinder, or I think even the industrial electrolyzer, you get bauxite dust, as well as sometimes aluminum dust, or aluminium. Oh, a rock crusher. Yes, okay, that's it. Not the electrolyzer, the rock crusher. Now, what can you do with bauxite dust, whose formula you see down there? And it can also contain some titanium, as well as aluminum, hydrogen, and oxygen, because it's an aluminum titanium hydroxide. Well, you can take it into make it tiny piles, or you can put it through this industrial electrolyzer to get some aluminum dust and a little bit of titanium dust. And this aluminum dust is going to be the most useful part. That's pretty much all you can do with bauxite. You have to kind of use the bauxite dust to go through this industrial electrolyzer. Otherwise, you're not going to get a whole lot. There are a few other things you can do with it, maybe, but it doesn't look like much. Now, if you take that and you put it through a blast furnace, not a regular furnace, it has to be a blast furnace or an industrial blast furnace. As you see, there's either Railcraft's blast furnace or the new GregTech industrial blast furnace. You get aluminum ingots, which can be used to make these things. Now you're like, wait, power armor? That surely comes from something else. And you're right, it does. Pistons, computer monitors. So at first I'm like, oh, so aluminum's just okay, no big deal. It's just a thing for, replacement for iron. It's awfully expensive for an iron replacement, Look at, oh, that? What? Welcome, folks, to the chemical reactor. This is going to be our goal, and this mod is GregTech, as you saw there. So we're going to work on two things. One, we're going to work on a Thaumcraft library cool thing of coolness, and two, Electrum. And you're going to work on GregTech. Now, you saw there on that Electrum that sometimes you have like chemical symbols, Ag and Au, because Electrum is silver and gold. It's not white gold, by the way. It's Electrum. Get it right. But you've also seen that in the bauxite dust, for example, we had that, whatchamacallit, the chemical formula underneath, which was awesome to a point. This is pretty good. So GregTech introduces one of the things that I've always wanted to do, which is I've been wanting to make I have been wanting. I've wanted to make a mod that introduces chemistry properly. There is a chemical reactions mod, but this one looks more interesting. And because of that, this is what we're going to start building. We are going to focus on this thing here, this chemical reactor, which you'll see needs a whole crazy set of things. Those OR and AND gates and pulsating chipsets, those are all from the automation table, which we may or may not get into. But you can see that it does take the regular IC2 advanced circuit, but mostly it takes either aluminum or Invar. So we looked at how to make aluminum. You'll need a pulverizer or a grinder, and then an electrolyzer, and then a blast furnace. Invar, on the other hand, is made from iron and nickel, and so you need Invar dust to make Invar ingots. Now you can get Invar dust from smelting ferrous ingots and iron ingots together in an alloy smelter, but you can also get it through this nickel or ferrous metal dust, pulverized ferrous metal or nickel dust plus iron dust. Sorry about that. Had to take care of something else. Friendship is magic after all. Now, we were talking about iron dust. Iron dust can be obtained from just about anything made of iron. You just grind it up in a grinder or macerator. But let's take a look at these blast furnace. You'll see here that steel plate. Anyways, there's the industrial blast furnace and this blast furnace brick. Blast furnace brick, it says, is a multi-block, so that tells you it's railcraft. But this industrial blast furnace here requires some sort of weird advanced machine block or machine hull, 2 induction furnaces, this weird gate system thing, and this cupro-nickel heating element, which of course you get via the rolling machine, which is going to be a little annoying. I need to figure out how to work some parts of railcraft, and because of that I might as well look at this blast furnace thing, right? I figure it might as well happen. Also, maybe instead of going with the advanced machine block, we might look into some of these metal hulls and see exactly what they do, because if possible, they might be kind of cool. I suspect, though, that they're going to be way too advanced for something that we can get right away. So we are going to need this Invar stuff, and you can see that Invar is hard to get. You can get it from pulverizing Invar ingots, obviously. You can get it as bees, from bees somehow. Or we can just go the iron dust method, which is what we're looking up here. Now there are some ores that we're going to see in the next video that look at Invar, not Invar, no, that give us ferrous stuff. So there are ores that will give us like ferrous metal ingots and ferrous metal dust, and that's useful. But until then, that's what we're going to work on. We're going to work on getting a chemical reactor. We're going to need some of this ferrous dust, or we're going to need an aluminium setup. We're going to start by working on this pulverizer. So until next time, folks, thanks for watching, and keep on trotting.